What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and while we're playing some Save the World dungeons, just kind of vibing around, having some good times, we're going to be talking about everything you should be expecting with tomorrow's V24.30 update to the game, aka the massive Star Wars update. We'll be going in depth regarding everything to expect with Star Wars and even non-Star Wars stuff, as well as some things that are in like the maybe territory of we know Epic Games is working on this, but we can't confirm it's going to be for this update or a future one. So let's dive into everything by, of course, starting off with none other than Star Wars itself. So firstly, whenever I look over to my left monitor here, that is because I have everything listed on like a notepad and whatnot, so I can tell it to you guys, but there are some interesting bits of information that we didn't talk about previously. Firstly, we know that it's guaranteed we're going to be getting an Anakin Skywalker cosmetic set in the game. That is not like, something that was unexpected or whatever. We already made a whole entire video talking about it and everything else, but that is one of the main things we know we're going to be getting regarding the skins, and it most likely goes under the name of Plot Twist, just because of the fact that that is, the main name for this event. Of course, there's a lot of other event names that go under the wording of Vine, but when it comes to the actual, main naming scheme that they're using, it goes under Plot Twist, and since we have a character cosmetic set under that name, it most likely is going to be Anakin Skywalker, which means that Anakin Skywalker will be getting an outfit, a back bling, a wrap, a pickaxe, and a glider as part of this collaboration, assuming they don't scrap any one part of it. On top of that, however, we have a secondary actual set plan called Cirrus Vine, which is set to have an outfit, a back bling, a pickaxe, a wrap, and a glider as well, meaning that we'll finally be able to get 2 more Star Wars wraps, this time being 2 of them in the item shop, instead of the only one we've ever got, which I'm actually using right now, being the Darth Vader wrap as part of, the whole entire, collaboration or whatever that was in the Battle Pass, meaning that if you wanted a Star Wars themed wrap before, it was kind of just, locked in an inaccessible void, unless you had played all the way back then. And also, let me go ahead and find a shield just so, I'm safe while we talk about everything else. But back on topic regarding the collaboration, we are actually going to be getting 4 whole entire sets as part of this. We know we're getting Anakin Skywalker, we know there's going to be Cirrus Vine, which is more of like, this vague unknown character that has a whole entire set that we understand, but we are also going to be getting 2 more skins. Now, Cirrus Vine, I'll keep a little bit of a reminder in here, is a Mel skin, so there's that kind of, gives an idea, and I did not mean to use this, but I guess I'll just use it now. That kind of gives an idea of what to expect with that specific character, but these 2 other characters are completely unknown. Currently, a lot of people are speculating based on leaked codenames and everything that they might also go under the Vine codename, which if that's the case, we do know that each of the skins is set to have a backbling associated with them and, a skin themselves. But other than that, information is still in that really oh no, could be interesting, might not be, find out next time area, right? So it's just something to keep in mind as we go through the update and as we get prepared with all the hype and everything, is that if you want to buy everything, you got to prepare your wallet, because there's going to be 4 entire skin sets a part of the collaboration, all of course, being a part of the Star Wars world and everything else, and of course you most likely will see the old cosmetics returning as well, so it's going to definitely be an interesting time for anyone who loves Star Wars and wants to get all the cosmetics, because you will be having to drop some money down on the game. But on top of that, as we talked about previously, there will be force powers added as part of this collaboration, and regarding those specific type of force powers, we have lift, jump, lightning, pull, push, rip, script, and vacuum. So based on those code names, you can kind of get an idea of how some of them will work. It's currently unknown if they're going to be mythics you'll be able to use all throughout the Fortnite island, or if they're going to be locked to a minigame specific area, similar to like the Skyfire event from forever ago, where you got sucked up by the mothership and you were only able to use powers there. Based on the promo image of Anakin Skywalker, it appears you'll be able to use them everywhere, but we currently don't know for certain if that's the case or not. However, regarding things actually being on the Fortnite island, we are going to have a new blaster rifle plus the old E11 blaster rifle being re-enabled in the game. We'll be having lightsabers returning, and of course, it'll be just a very interesting event, right? You'll have the old weapons plus some new weapons added to the game, and there will be something in this collaboration relating to the Rift Gate. I know that's a little bit of a weird thing to say, because the Rift Gate hasn't really played a part in the storyline at all this season, but except for the very beginning of the season and everything else, but it appears like the Rift Gate is going to play a big part regarding how the Star Wars collaboration happens, and even this mini game thing that involves the little force powers and everything else. It appears like that might actually be related to this Rift Gate area as well, because in whatever this Rift Gate zone is, there's going to be holograms of the Star Wars characters. Currently, in terms of which holograms we'll see, there's going to be one for Anakin Skywalker, there's going to be one for the old Obi-Wan Kenobi skin, so not like a new one or anything. Could we get a new one? Sure, you know, that is on the table, but it's not something that we can confirm or deny right now. But we will be seeing those two skins, and then whatever that Surus Vine skin is, as part of these Riftgate holograms. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays into the main part of the event, and to figure out if this is really like a minigame type zone, or if force powers will be able to be used absolutely everywhere. But of course, you know, I just want to give you all the information so you can speculate in the comments down below and everything else. And in terms of, you know, just everything going on with the collaboration and Star Wars, that's pretty much it, right? Regarding Star Wars, it is a pretty jam-packed thing, right? Tons of cosmetics in the item shop, force powers that I think are going to be super cool to use. Hopefully, you know, it's fun in bot lobbies or whatever, because, you know, I always vibe in my good old bot lobbies. But just being able to have lightsabers returning and all that other stuff as well gets me excited. And honestly, I'm kind of really excited and probably overhyping myself for the fact that we will be getting 2 new Star Wars themed wraps, because I just want more Star Wars wraps to use in the game that match some of the other characters that, you know, normally don't have a Star Wars specific rarity wrap, where you would have to go through all the other wraps in the game to be like, oh, this one, even though it's not the Star Wars rarity, kind of matches in a way that works for this, you know, set that I'm building up or whatever. So just having like an official rarity of more wraps for the Star Wars collaboration is definitely going to be, hopefully, a lot of fun to tinker with when it comes to all the combinations. But other than that, let's talk about some original content coming to the game. Something I will mention is that we will be getting to an area where a lot of the stuff is going to be more into the, hey, Epic Games is working on this, but we don't know when it'll release type of thing. But that will be a little bit later in the video, so we're going to focus firstly on, hey, this is stuff that should guaranteed be happening with the next update. So firstly, the final FNCS reward for watching in Legends Landing is going to be the back bling, meaning that the back bling should be getting added in the most recent update. You know, with everything else going on, it should be just added for us to enjoy once we actually get that from a drop. Now, if you're unable to get it from a drop for whatever reason, assuming, you know, drops just stop working or something along those lines, it will be set in to be sold in a bundle with the new cosmetic set and everything for the FNCS cosmetics. So just keep that in mind, right? You know, if the drops mess up on you, because like I even tried contacting support and they were like, yeah, we can't grant you anything, sorry, not sorry, you'll at least be able to get the back bling still through the item shop. But other than that, when it comes to the actual stuff going on with the update, we know that it's guaranteed, just as every update is, that we'll be getting new weekly challenges, because what is a Fortnite update where you're going to be sitting there for a few weeks playing the game without some good old weekly challenges? We could also be seeing the whole entire world of more trials coming to the game, but something you should not be expecting is going to be actual, you know, Syndicate questline narrative voice acted stuff, because the final part of that questline is not going to be added until the next update, v24.40. So we have to wait a little bit longer if that is something that, you know, we want to kind of enjoy and figure out the end of that lore for the end of the season, right? So just keep that in mind. New weekly challenges, maybe new trials challenges, but other than that, it's kind of just a shrug area where it's like, we might get new stuff that is very interesting. It could just be bland and nothingness, though. It could be a giant nothing burger. We really just gotta wait and see what Epic Games does when it comes to the new challenges as part of this collaboration. And I need to get to the next zone before I just completely die here, which, you know, I'm sorry for the terrible Dungeons gameplay and everything, but look, man, I'm trying to also look at all the news and everything at the same time. It's a hard life for me. So let's continue onwards, and let me give myself a break real quick before we talk about the probably area. And would you look at that, I managed to save myself before I fully died because I'm just so skilled like that. Now, in terms of this next segment of the video, the probably area, this is stuff that we know Epic Games is working on, but we can't verify if it's going to be added in the next update or not. So just put this in the, hey, we could see this, or it could be scrapped, or it could be for a future update. We currently are in the unknown territory, and that all relates to other FNCS cosmetics. Of course, since we're going to get the back bling added, I should mention that we are going to be getting a skin as well, and currently based on the files and everything, it appears that the skin is going to be either Guild or Aura, most likely Aura because it's more of the popular skin in Fortnite, especially with the competitive scene, but we will be getting an FNCS themed skin around one of those two characters, so that should be fun to use in the game, especially if you're a fan of those characters, or a fan of any of the work that Fanciful has actually made regarding these characters before, and it's just something to keep in mind, right? There's also going to be a pickaxe a part of it, which is set to be a winter, like, Guild / Aura themed pickaxe, and overall, those cosmetics might get added, but they might also be delayed until, you know, the next update afterwards, depending on Epic Games' timing for everything going on with that whole entire mini event or whatever, you know, with the FNCS Major 2 and all that stuff. We could be seeing new augments because there are currently unreleased augments in the game files that have not been made official yet or anything. We haven't seen like any assets or whatnot, but they do exist, and you know, they are being worked on at least at one point in time, so it's something that we could see next update. But of course, you know, with all augments, there's been no signs that they're actually going to, like, guaranteed, you know, added next update, breaking news news or anything, at least not yet. So it's like in that area where it's like, you know, shrug, we could see it, we might not, we really have no clue as of yet. We could also be seeing the level up quest pack because everything for it is pretty much finished. You know, the whole entire wrap, pickaxe, backbling, skin, and quest are already prepared. They just kind of need to blacklist it from the files and release it for us to use, but that is something that could also release in that v24.40 update. And then we also have Reboot Rally being worked on as something that could be releasing this season or next season, depending on if Epic Games delays it. But it is just, you know, a jam-packed area where it's like, we have a lot of stuff we know Epic's working on, but we don't know if it's actually going to release anytime soon. So with that said, hope this video is informative, got you excited for everything coming with a new update, and as a little ending part of the video, I will go ahead and check live to see what bugs are going to be fixed. So let me go ahead and look at this real quick for you. And in terms of bug fixes, for the general issues, there were some backblings that would appear to float and appear detached from the Highwire outfit. That will be fixed, so the backblings will actually look like they attach to Highwire properly. There was an issue where trunks and branches of some trees were moving erratically. That will be fixed for Android and PC users. There was an issue where Infinite Dab was not infinite in the lobby. It will once again become infinite in the lobby, which honestly, can Epic Games just make every emote infinite in the lobby? I think that would be a lot of fun. For Battle Royale, there was an issue where large rocks on the Battle Royale island were not providing as many materials when they were being harvested as compared to before v24.20. That'll be fixed in the next update. For creative mode, there was an issue where damage was not being taken in creative edit mode. That'll be fixed in the next update. And then for mobile users, aka like Android users, the Katana's dash ability was missing for some players. That'll be re-enabled in the next game update. So, you know, in terms of bug fixes, you know, a generally nice amount of things are going to be fixed, and it's going to be a fun experience for everyone overall. I think, you know, more quality of life stuff, especially being that rocks are going to actually provide the proper materials now. It's just a nice thing to see in the game. So until next time, I'll see you champs and champions tomorrow with another YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and peace out.